I'm sure you have all heard the news. The new Mindseye from the ex Rockstar publisher isn't good. I know, shocking. But I'm just also kind of surprised that people thought that just because an ex Rockstar publisher, not even the developers, by the way, but just the ex Rockstar publisher, that means it's gonna be good, which doesn't really make sense. Also, he was fired from his job, he didn't leave. So it's not like that he retired or something like that. No, he was fired from his job. And looking at Mind's Eye, it makes sense why he was fired from his job. Like Mind's Eye was supposed to be like this appetizer, like a dessert. Not really like a dessert, but like, a snack, like maybe prawns or like fish before you get to eat your main course. But that's not really what Mind's Eye is. It's barely a snack. It doesn't feel good when you eat it. The problem with Mind's Eye is that it's not even like an open world game. It's more of like a shell of an open world game. There's nothing side activities to do that are interesting. It's most of the time just going from point A to point B, do this mission, kill four people, and then come back. It's not really good. And the driving missions, like, by the way, the driving is so long. Like, it's like 10 minutes long. Like, the best example of this is that imagine that one mission from GTA 5 where Franklin, Trev, and Lamar kind of, go to deliver the cars to this basically evil Jeff Bezos. And then basically what ends up happening, the cops end up coming in because they're illegally transporting these cars. And then, Franklin does a Tom Cruise level Mission Impossible shit. Yeah, so it's basically that. At least that is kind of fun, and the dialogue is written well. So while they're driving, there's a little bit of dialogue exchange, and it's pretty good. The thing about Mind's Eye is that the dialogue isn't that good. The story actually is just pretty mid. It's about this character Jacob, and he has the Mind's Eye. You see what I did there? Like it takes place in like this futuristic like setting, but it's so uninspired. Like most of like the graphics do look good, but it doesn't has an art style. It really reminds me of Saints Row, but with like less cringe dialogue, but with more boring dialogue. Like sometimes some set pieces are good and it's more capped really well. So the facial expressions actually look good, unlike Assassin's Creed Shadows. But the story is just mid. Like I would actually play Assassin's Creed Shadows than Mind's Eye. Jacob is like the most generic like good guy that you will ever find. He like, kills a bunch of people, then comes back, and then his friend is there. But like, oh, you're a good guy. Like his friend just keeps reminding him that, oh no, he's a good guy. And he's just the generic good guy who thinks he's not doing good enough. So then other people kind of come in and basically say, hey, you're a good guy. Don't take this too badly on yourself. Like it's just your generic good guy, and he doesn't has anything unique about him. Like when I think about good written protagonists, I don't think about Jacob from Mind's Eye. I just like there's nothing really unique about him. He's just a generic good guy. Also, it doesn't make sense. Like basically, he gets hired into this security firm, like to this company, and he gets the entry level security job. Like kind of like it's an entry level job, but for some reason it feels like he's the only employee in the whole company and in the whole building, because everything, from cleaning everybody's toilet to maybe making a treaty between Russia and Ukraine and Israel and Iran, or maybe like sending $1 billion to like Middle East countries. Like it's just I don't understand why he's given every single like work, like every single responsibility. Like he just came here, my guy. Like he has an entry level job, but for some reason he's forced into this story. Like everything he has to do it because he just has to, I guess. He's the only reliable person. Like what the fuck do you mean? He's just a guy who joined into this company 2 days ago. Are you telling me that there's nobody else in your entire company that is more experienced for this kind of thing? So he gets like handed out these tasks so like almost instantly, and I get it. Like, of course, I don't want to do a 6 month montage of doing paperwork, but at least like develop that character a little bit. He just gets this entry level job and he's immediately doing everything for everybody. He's cleaning everybody's shit. He's, maybe babysitting the CEO's like daughter or something like that, just doing everything. He's making America great again. He's working with Trump and Elon Musk so they can actually become boyfriends again. Like everything is just this every time. He's just doing everything. Like it's like all of the responsibilities is just on him, and I don't get that. But the story is just serviceable. Like it's fine. The dialogue isn't like the most impressive thing. But in terms of gameplay, it's just broken. Like even if you have a NASA build, like I don't have a NASA build. I am on a pretty average build, like on my PC. But for most people, even when they have the most expensive PCs, they couldn't run this fucking game. This was crashing on repeat, like every single time. So whenever somebody launched this thing, people were basically refunding it. And PlayStation actually handed out these refunds. The last time Sony ever handed out refunds was during the Cyberpunk 2077 basically pre-redemption arc. This is still on a smaller scale, but all the five people that got this game thinking that was going to be anywhere near GTA, because it's obviously not going to be anywhere near GTA. The only Rockstar employee is the publisher who was fired. Like, what do you think? It's not going to be on the same quality level. You don't have any of the developers and the major team that helped build those like rock. It's basically like a shell of an open world game. Like what ends up happening is that you'll just go from mission to mission and there's like no break in between. So basically you keep going on missions. It's like a linear game but in an open world map. I think that's the best way to describe it. And there's no customization options. You can't, change Jacob in any way possible. And there's so many lack of details, which usually don't matter, but it's an astonishing amount. Like for example, one of the scenes, but like one of the sections in this game is where Jacob basically has to like fire out of his car. So like he's in the passenger seat and he's like shooting at people, like 007 type of shit. And when I was like going through that, there was no reloading. Like he basically gets infinite ammo. Maybe the Mind's Eye was giving him infinite ammo. He doesn't reload his gun once. And I thought this was a problem on my end, so I checked up on other streamers, and they were going through the same problem. They were basically shooting the gun with unlimited bullets. It was so funny. Like you don't even have to aim. You could just hold down left click and just, swing that bitch around. Because basically, there's no reload button, there's no recoil. It's basically that. It's such a simple mechanic. I thought we knew how to add reload to guns in 1984. It's not like a hard thing to code, like, and this is not a glitch, by the way. This is something that they made, and they probably forgot about it, I guess, because they were probably high on drugs when they were developing this game. It's like, it's just so bad. There's nothing really enjoyable when you're going through this steam pile of dog shit. You don't really get anything out of it. It really feels like you wasted your time. You might as well watch a YouTuber play this, because like that's the only viable option. And there's nothing really good about it. And most people, again, just refunded this game. And for most people that couldn't, because the game knows how to pad out its playtime. You think that it's going to get to a good part, but most of the time it's just driving for 10 minutes with the most boring dialogue and with the most like mid driving. Like the driving isn't that great. Like it's fine, I guess. But again, it's just not really fun. It's not the next GTA 6. It's not even the snacks for the next main course meal. It's just a shell of like an open world game, which is not even a real open world game. And I get why this might be a problem. Like it was supposed to be an NFT game, by the way. Like this was supposed to be everywhere. That was supposed to be a live service project. And like, I mean, that didn't turn out really well because NFTs died in 2021. Nobody cares about NFTs. That was a thing in like 2 years ago when everybody was jumping on that train, but then NFTs just crashed. So that whole stock market, like that whole NFT stuff, it got blown away. So the whole everywhere project was now nothing, like it was basically just this heavy, it was basically just this dead body that they were carrying. So now they had to make something of it. And this is what Mindseye is. Mindseye is basically a shell of everywhere that was supposed to be an NFT game. And nobody likes NFTs. So everything about this from the DNA is just like it was not supposed to exist, but it exists anyways because they already spent too much money. So they changed the title, they added, I don't know, whatever, and that's what you get with Mindseye. It is just so boring. It's also boring to talk about because there's nothing really else to talk about it. Again, like for most people, I would like to think that their experience with Mind's Eye was just crashes. Like you would be lucky even if you got into the game because most of the time you try to boot it up and then boom, it just crashes. Like it just hangs up on you. And Unreal Engine sucks. Like most of the Unreal Engine products, they don't really work well. But this is the worst one. Like I get it that Unreal Engine games just have a lot of crashes, but Mind's Eye is on the next level. Cyberpunk didn't have that many crashes during its release time. So this is on a whole new level. The PS5 can't even handle it. You just get 30 FPS on the PS5, which is criminal in 2025. You're telling me that we're in the year of Lord 2025, where we get to see Trump AI videos, and you can't give me 60 FPS in my fucking game? What are you doing? Like, what kind of reality that we're living in right now? So yeah, it's just not really a good experience. If I were you, I would skip this. Not really good. It's pretty bad. But yeah, that's pretty much about it.